I'm John Cranley. I'm running for governor because Ohio needs a comeback. For too long, the state has been shrinking its middle class with one-party Republican rule. As mayor of Cincinnati, I orchestrated a comeback. We're growing faster than the state. We're reducing poverty faster than the state. We're the first major city that was in decline and is growing again. And Teresa Fedor from Toledo is my running mate, and together we can orchestrate a comeback for Ohio. Teresa Fedor and I will bring back advanced manufacturing, increase it to Toledo. We are going to guarantee 30,000 jobs every year are created by the state of Ohio in fixing roads and bridges, cleaning up the algae blooms and helping with that, and advanced manufacturing. We're going to pay for those jobs by legalizing marijuana, taxing it, and putting the taxes to pay for those jobs. So we not only have a plan, we have a way to pay for the plan, which is incredibly important. And the fact is that we can bring advanced manufacturing back to Toledo. We've brought advanced manufacturing back to Cincinnati. We're the only city to make a comeback in Ohio. And I believe if we're going to beat the Republicans, we need a candidate who's got a record better than the status quo, not worse. And I'm the only one in this primary who can say that I have turned my city into a comeback. Teresa Fedor and I, who's from Toledo, we promise we will make major improvement in reducing the algae blooms. And here's how we're going to do it. We are going to borrow $3 billion over 4 years to invest in a variety of solutions. High-speed Wi-Fi, believe it or not, is probably the best solution because farmers' tractors can make sure they don't over-fertilize their land if they have quality Wi-Fi at their farm. Too many farmers don't have that. We're going to help farmers who don't have that technology in their tractors to get low-interest loans to buy them, or grants if necessary. Helping farmers is the best way to reduce the over-fertilization, which leads to the algae blooms. In addition, we'll use some of that money to build detention and basins and technological solutions to reduce the algae bloom. So we have given deep thought to this, and we have a specific plan to deal with it. I have a 13-year-old son. Of course, I believe that parents should know what's going on in their kids' schools. I am pro-choice and will defend the right to choose in this state. And Cincinnati was the first city in Ohio to get a 100% score from the Human Rights Campaign, which is the leading gay rights organization in America, because of our friendly and welcoming nature as a city. And I believe that our city's comeback was built on improving police community relations with the black community, increasing the number of black-owned businesses, which I increased from 2% to 17% when I was mayor. We have more black-owned businesses that make $500,000 a year than any city in Ohio. And we turned a reputation of being anti-gay friendly to being gay friendly. And all of those things contributed to our renaissance. In Cincinnati, I was able to reduce violence and shootings by police reform, community-oriented policing, and hiring more cops and supporting our police. And the Republicans have attacked our police. They have defunded local government. Local government, mostly police and fire. When I'm governor and Teresa Fedor is lieutenant governor, we're going to restore local government funding, which will help Toledo and other cities hire more police and fire to help keep our communities safe. Well, look, under 3 decades of one-party Republican rule, Ohio's middle class has shrunk, wages have fallen. In my city, wages are getting higher and the middle class is getting bigger. And so we need to fire these people who have failed and hire someone who has the record of having delivered better than the status quo. And the fact is that I, in my city, have delivered results for people that is better than the status quo. And my primary opponent is a good person, but their results are worse than the status quo. And we in order to win in November, we need a candidate who has better results than the status quo. Because Ohio used to be the state of the middle class, of John Glenn and Neil Armstrong and Toni Morrison and Jesse Owens. And for 3 decades, people have been voting for Republicans, and our middle class is shrinking. And so if you care about you and your family and your children's prospects for economic hope, vote Cranley Fedor, because we're the only ticket in this entire race, Democrat or Republican, that has a proven track record of getting results for people and higher wages, bigger middle class. Teresa Fedor and I, You don't have, people in Toledo are sometimes feel forgotten. They will never be forgotten if you vote Cranley, because Teresa Fedor, my lieutenant governor, is from Toledo. We're going to improve education, summer school for kids who lost learning during COVID, guarantee jobs, fix the algae blooms, legalize marijuana, and provide a $500 per family dividend annually to help with inflation. These are new, fresh ideas that can deliver a comeback for Ohio.